Before we shrink down for today's adventure, smash that like button and subscribe to Veteran Game for more honest takes and gaming deep dives every single week. Trust me, you'll want to stick around to the end of this one, because Misc, A Tiny Tale is not the game you think it is. Alright, picture this. You're a tiny robot in a world built from lost junk and overgrown playgrounds. The vibes? Total Chibi-Robo meets Pikmin with a little splash of childhood Saturday morning cartoon energy. Misc, A Tiny Tale from the Aussie devs at Tinyware Games sells itself as a wholesome bite-sized 3D platformer, perfect for anyone feeling nostalgic for the GameCube days or looking for a chill adventure. And at first glance, it absolutely nails that vibe. You play as Buddy, a little robot with a propeller head and his best mate Bag Boy, a literal unicycle with a paper bag on his noggin. When a mysterious explosion scatters golden cogs and rubbish all over their village, our heroes decide to investigate, queuing up a journey through backyard, jungles, playground deserts, and all sorts of quirky robo-settlements. The gameplay is classic 3D platformer fare. Collect cogs to unlock new areas, clean up trash for currency, and help out oddball NPCs. Instead of lives and high stakes, it's low-pressure fun. You can explore at your own pace, retrace your steps if you miss a jump, and just enjoy the cozy world. The platforming is floaty but forgiving, with propeller-powered glides, and some Mario Sunshine-esque challenge rooms tucked away for those craving a little extra skill check. Plus, there's a difference-made meter, basically Chibi-Robo's happy points, so every time you clean up trash or help a neighbor, the game tracks your good deeds. And the charm factor? Off the charts. The world's packed with visual gags, cheeky references, and a genuinely cozy soundtrack. The humor is wholesome, sometimes a bit on the nose, but it's hard not to smile at signposts signed by Sign Guy, or little background moments like robots jamming out once you reunite their band. And here's the twist, Misc. A Tiny Tale isn't afraid to get real. Halfway through, what starts as a light-hearted romp takes a turn into surprisingly heavy territory. Themes like loneliness, outsider syndrome, and even depression bubble up, delivered mostly through side characters and collectible letters. The game explores mental health with the kind of honesty you just don't see in most platformers. Sometimes it hits the mark, showing that even robots can feel down, and sometimes the best thing to do is ask for help or just be there for a friend. But honestly, it doesn't always stick the landing. While the main story stays approachable, some of the extra content goes way darker than expected. We're talking letters that read almost like a robot suicide note, no joke. For a game that looks like an ABC Kids special, that's a massive tonal whiplash, and I can see it being too much for the younger crowd. The devs clearly meant well, and the payoff is ultimately positive. But the delivery is a little clumsy and might blindside players expecting pure comfort gaming. And then there's the gameplay itself. Misc is cute, but it's not perfect. Some platforming sections can be repetitive, especially when you're scouring the map for the last few cogs or scraps of trash. The camera is needy, expect to wrestle it a bit. The game also shames you for using assist tools like the trash radar, which is weirdly at odds with the be kind to yourself message elsewhere. Add in a few rough edges, typos, some bland level layouts, and missing accessibility options, and you've got an indie adventure that's ambitious, but sometimes feels a little unfinished. Performance-wise, if you're on Switch 2, you'll get smoother graphics and way better draw distance. But on the OG Switch, expect blurry textures and some visual clutter, nothing game-breaking, just a reminder that this was made by a tiny team. So should you play Misc, A Tiny Tale? If you're hungry for a new cozy platformer or you loved Chibi-Robo and Pikmin, there's a lot to like here. The characters are memorable, the world is unique, and the heart is absolutely in the right place. But heads up, it gets heavier than you'd expect, and the gameplay loop is more about vibes than challenge. For some, that's a win. For others, it might fall a little flat. If you've made it this far, drop your favorite little robot game in the comments and let me know. Are you here for the feels, or do you just want a fun collectathon? Don't forget to subscribe for more brutally honest reviews only on Veteran Game. And remember, it's okay to ask for help whether you're a robot or not.